Sit comfortably. Close your eyes. Sit erect. Let us start the morning Maitri session with 3 rounds of Omkara. Inhale. दक्षिणामूर्ति गुरु स्तोत्रम। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्ति भेद विभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्त देहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। विवेकानंद प्रार्थना। नमः श्री अतिराजाय विवेकानंद स्वरूपाय स्वामिने तापहारिणे स्वामिने तापहारिणे। Samarasya prayer for harmony from Rigveda. Sangacchadvam samvadadvam sambho manāsi jānatam deva पंचांगम अद्यतन पंचांगम पंचविंशत्यधिक एकशतोत्तर पंचसहस्रतम कलियुगाब्दः श्री शोभकृत नाम संवत्सरः उत्तरायणं वसंत ऋतुः चैत्रमासः शुक्लपक्षः तृतीया तिथिः अश्विनी नक्षत्रम वैधृति योगः गरजकरणं भार्गववासरः। Today's date 24th March 2023 Friday. तिथेश्च श्रियमाप्नोति वारादायुष्यवर्धनं नक्षत्राद्धरते पापं योगाद्रोगनिवारणं करणात् कार्यसिद्धिश्च पंचांगफलमुत्तमम्। सर्वेषां शुभमस्तु। Shloka from Gita, chapter 8, 13th verse. ओमित्येकाक्षरं ब्रह्मा व्याहरन् मामनुस्मरन् यः प्रयाति त्यजन् देहं स याति परमां गतिम्. Meaning, one who departs from the body while remembering me, the Supreme Personality, and chanting the syllable Om will attain the supreme goal.
Suprabhatam, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. We will see the word split first. Om iti ekaksharam brahma vyaharan mam anusmaran yaha prayati tyajan deham saha yati paramam gatim. Om iti ekaksharam brahma vyaharan. So uttering vyaharan, uttering what? Om iti ekaksharam brahma, uttering the akshara ekakshara Om that represents the Brahman, vyaharan, uttering this, and not only uttering mam anusmaran, also remembering me, that is the Paramatman. Yaha deham tyajan prayati, the one who sheds his body and leaves, saha, that person, yati, attains paramam gatim, the ultimate status or the ultimate position or the ultimate abode. Now, this again shloka should not be seen alone. This has to be combined with the previous shloka. Sarvadvarani sanyamya manohridi niruddhya cha मूर्ध्न्याधाय आत्मनः प्राणम आस्थितो योगधारणam omityekaksharam brahma. How do we know that these two shlokas are to be read together? The knowledge of grammar, vyakarana, is helpful. Because in the previous shloka, sarvadvarani sanyamya manohridi niruddhya cha. So you have the lyap pratyaya which is in place of tva pratyaya, which indicates that samana kartrikayoho purva kale tva. When the same person is doing two activities and one is prior and the other is later, for the previous activity the tva and the lyap pratyaya will come. This is very essential because only this will let us know that in previous shloka and this shloka, the doer is the same person. He is doing two successive actions or a few actions in succession. Without this input from grammar, what happens? There is a possibility of compartmentalization. We read that shloka separately and we read this shloka separately. We fail to note the continuity between the previous action and this action. Why is this important? Because as we see from this shloka, a person while leaving his body who chants Omkara and thinks of me attains my abode. Will only doing that suffice? No. First sarvadvarani sanyamya, there should be indriya nigraha. Manohridi niruddhya cha, there should be mano nigraha. Murdhnyadhaya atmanah pranam, there should be prana nigraha. After doing all this, omityekaksharam brahma vyaharam. Suddenly one fine morning you wake up and chant Omkara, will you reach the abode of Parabrahman? No. It needs indriya nigraha, it needs mano nigraha, it needs prana nigraha. When all these are done in the purva kala, then in the uttara kala or after that if you do this, then our meditation or our yoga or our dhyana becomes complete. So this is true in all yoga practices also. That when we focus on pranayama, we need not, or we should not merely focus only on pranayama. Asana is prior to that. Athasane dridhe yogi vashihitamitasana gurupadishta margena pranayaman samabhyase. Pranayama is not independent of asana. Asana is prior, then pranayama, then pratyahara. So in this way, yoga is an integral entity. It is not that one compartmental or one limb alone we focus and then evaluates its efficacy. No, that will not work. It is an integrated entity. So without the prior elements, we cannot and it will not be useful or appropriate. It will not yield the right result if we focus on just one element in the neglection of the previous preparations. So hence, any jnana, any practice of yoga requires all the prior proper preparation. Indriya nigraha, prana nigraha, mano nigraha, and then only omkara dhyana, then it will be complete. So this is one important element that comes out through this shloka. And then we see that omkara is the representative of Brahman. How do we know this? All the Vedas, they glorify this. Omiti Brahma, Omiti Idagum Sarvam, Omityetadanukritiha smava, Apyoshravayetyaashravayanti, Omiti Samani gayanti, Om Shomiti Shastrani Shagunsanti, Omityadhvaryah Pratigaram Pratigrinati, Omiti Brahma Prasauti, Omityagnihotramanujānāti, Omiti Brahmanah Pravakshyamnah Brahmopaapnavaniti, Brahmaivopaapnoti. From Shikshavalli, what does it say? That all Vedic activities, be it the action of the Brahma, or the Adhvaryu, or the Udgata, or the Yajamana who performs Agnihotra, in all the Vedic actions, in the entire Vedic Yajna practices, Om is an integral part. And then, so it is prior, it is omnipresent. Om is omnipresent in the Vedic Dharma, Vedic Yajna, so and hence it is of utmost importance. And then, and Om also represents the Brahman. Om iti Brahma. The very first line starts with that. Om iti Brahma, Om iti idam sarvam. In his Raja Yoga commentary, Swami Vivekananda also states that Om is that syllable which is comparable to Brahman in the verbal realm. Omkara is the appropriate comparison to the Brahman, because A, U, Ma, these three sounds are there. A is the first possible sound that human beings can produce, Akuha Visarjaniyanam Kantaha, and then Ma is the last sound that can be produced, Upu Padmaniyanam Oshthav. In between Akara and Makara we have this Ukara. So in this way, so A, Ma and U in between, so it covers the Adi, Madhya and Anta. All humanly possible producible sounds from this vocal cord is covered in the spectrum of Omkara. Similarly, in Bhuta, Bhavat, Bhavishyat, in all the times, at all places, it is Brahman which is all pervasive. As Brahman is omnipresent, omnipotent, omniscient in the world outside, Omkara is omnipresent, omnipotent, omniscient in the world inside, that is in the world of words. Omkara is the Nedishthatama Pratika, is the closest comparison to Brahman, and hence Om Ityekaksharam Brahma Vyaharan. So Om is the closest symbol for Brahman, which is explained by Swami Vivekananda also. And then Yaprayati Tyajandirham. As I have mentioned in one of my previous explanations also, on one fine morning this cannot be done. As Raghuvamsha Kalidasa says, Shaishave Abhyasta Vidyanam, Yavane Vishayeshinam, Vardhake Munivrittinam, Yogena Ante Tanutyajam. Only when we do our Brahmacharya Ashrama properly with proper learning, Grihastha performing our responsibilities and procreation and bringing forth Dharma Praja, and then retiring at the right time from not only employment and also all responsibilities, turning inwards, then Yogena Ante Tanutyajam. So this is possible only when we follow the Ashrama Dharma, Brahmacharya, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyasa Ashrama, in word, in letter and spirit properly. So that is when we can reach this state. So towards that end, this summarizes the entire Vedic way of life, which can culminate in not only anayasena maranam. This is not mere anayasena maranam, swechaya maranam. That is, at a time that you feel that it is enough, that I have experienced the world, then yogena ante hanutyajam. And Bhishma is the epitome of such ichhamarana, and the very word Bhishma indicates it is a person with a fierce vow. So such Bhishmas are required to reach such a state. So let us emulate, let us be inspired by Bhishma to take up such vrata, that we follow the Vedic way of life of dharma, artha, kama, moksha in the path of brahmacharya, grihastha, vanaprastha, and reach the destined goal for ourselves and be useful to the community around us.
Today's thought of the day shall be presented by Moshri from Sushrita College.
Good morning, everyone. Today's thought of the day is: do it now, sometimes later becomes never. It means that do not postpone any important work which is important for you. For example, like study or fitness goal. First it seems very difficult, but after some times, when we put some efforts and for proper planning, that time is very easy and successful. Also, yesterday is the history, tomorrow is the mystery, and today is the gift for God, from the God. So, today is the chance. Whatever you want to do it now. Thank you so much.
I'd like to call upon Umashankar sir to hoist the flag. Let us end the session with Shanti Mantra. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah